Good morning. Welcome back to the Red Mic. Happy Wednesday. Glad you're here. Today's Red Mic message, the same boat. I saw a YouTube video the other day from a guy named Aaron Marcus. He's an actor, and he shared a anecdote about working with Tom Hanks on the set of the movie A Man Called Otto. And Mr. Marcus thanked Hanks for creating such a warm, positive atmosphere on the set. He said it was a very physically demanding shoot, and he wanted Hanks to know that his attitude made a difference. And he figured Tom Hanks would just smile and say thank you or, whatever. But instead, he said Hanks looked him in the eye and said something that completely changed the way he works. He said, "We're all on the same team here. We have one goal. Everybody on this team is just trying to make something great." That was it. No speech, no lecture, just one sentence. Marcus said everything changed after that. He said he stopped thinking about how miserable he was with the weather conditions and the conditions of the shoot. He stopped worrying about how his performance reflected on him. Instead, he said he focused on doing whatever he could to help create the best scene possible. His job was not to have the best day. His job was to help make a great movie. And that's a kind of leadership too. And I've spent a lot of time thinking about leadership over the years. And one of the things I keep coming back to is what I call my upside down pyramid. And you've probably heard me say this before. Most organizations picture leadership like a pyramid, like that. The people at the top give orders. Everybody else supports them. And I've never thought that was the right organizational layout. I prefer to turn that pyramid upside down. And now the leader is underneath everyone else. He's supporting. His job is not to be served. Their job is to support the people carrying out the mission, to remove obstacles, to absorb the pressure, to make everyone around them more successful. To me, that's what leadership looks like. And the more I do this, the less interested I am in titles. Now, don't misunderstand me. Titles matter. I mean, they tell people where you fit in an organization. They often determine whether someone returns your call, invites you into a meeting, gives your ideas a fair hearing. Titles can open doors. But once the work starts, honestly, I think they matter a lot less than the contributions you make once you're in that door. When the mission is on the line, nobody remembers who had the most impressive business card. They remember who solved problems, who carried the load, who stepped up when the team needed them the most. Titles may earn you a seat in the boat, but your willingness to serve determines whether that boat ever reaches shore. That's why I've never been overly concerned whether I'm steering or just pulling an oar. Put me where I can do most good, because we're all in the same boat. Maybe that's my lineman mentality. Just tell me who to block, coach, I'll go do it. Too many organizations are filled with people competing for the helm while nobody wants to row. Everybody wants the title. Everybody wants the recognition. Everybody wants to be seen making the decisions. But if nobody's willing to pull an oar, the boat is never going to leave the dock. The mission does not care whose name is on the door. The mission only cares whether everyone did their part. And one of the things I admire most about that Tom Hanks response wasn't just his humility. That was huge. It was his perspective. He didn't see himself as the star. He saw himself as another member of the team, but with a different assignment. The camera may have been pointed at him more than anybody else, but he still needed the director, the crew, the camera operators, the lighting techs, the makeup artists, the production assistants, the caterers, the extras standing in the cold, because without them, there's not going to be a movie. Without every person doing their job, there will be no success. And the same is true where you work. Nobody succeeds alone. Every accomplishment rests on people whose names may never appear on the front page, the annual report, the organizational chart, or may never be mentioned in a testimony. Leadership begins when you stop asking, "What's my role?" and start asking, "What does the mission need from me today?" I've never understood people who get bogged down in their job description. Just point me in the right direction. Tell me generally what you need me to do. If you need me to do specific stuff, fine, I'll do it. Just Give me a job. Tell me what you want. Now, some days the answer is going to be, okay, Patrick, I need you to lead. Other days, you got to follow. Some days it's to row, some days it's to bail water. The assignment changes, but the mission doesn't. If you need me to steer, I'll steer. If tomorrow you need me to row, I will row. If the boat reaches shore, we all arrive together. And if it sinks, nobody gets to brag about having the nicest seat or the nicest job. That's today's Red Mike message. Hope you found it interesting or helpful. I hope you're able to use these things in place in your own life. Please give me a like, a follow, and a share. If you think I'm full of it, let me know in the comments. I'll see you again tomorrow. And until next time, don't forget, life is short. Drink the bourbon.